You're listening to Metal Gear Resurrections. On this episode, I'm joined by Alex H. from the Metal Gear Mondays Discord. We talk about the Metal Gear series, a little bit about gaming, and more importantly, Come. And also, don't forget, there's still passes available for MGSCon. Check it out at mgscon.com. And as always, our intro and outro is by Fingers. Let's see. Well, first I want to thank you for coming on. And
thank you for having me.
You're also going to share your story of you and Metal Gear.
Yeah, my Metal Gear tale, as it were.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I first got the game when I was about 12 years old, 11 or 12, which puts me in the same age range as I think a lot of people were when they discovered Metal Gear. But of course, I'm a lot younger than most original fans of the series. I didn't discover it until I want to say it was like 2011.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. I picked up a used copy of Metal Gear Solid 1, specifically the what was it? It's the Metal Gear Solid Essential Collection PS1 long box.
Yeah.
One. I picked that up because I thought it was a PS2 game, and I'm like, I think I've heard this before. This is neat. And I brought it home, and I popped it into my PS2, and for whatever reason, it didn't work, and it just didn't want to read the game. And I'm like, oh, cool. Well, there's the game I can never play. Fast forward to Christmas of that year, and my parents got me an original Xbox. I was like, oh, this is sick. But then I discovered that they had not gotten the the power and AV cables for it. So the next day we had to go back to the pawn shop, and they were talking to the guy at the pawn shop being like, we need the cables for this. And while they're talking, I noticed in the display case that there's a PlayStation 1 in there, and I'm like, and like my brain synapses all fire at once, and I'm like, I can play that video game. And I'm like, Mom, you gotta hold the fuck up. I want that. And they're like, okay. So I go back home with the PS1, and I finally get to start playing Metal Gear. And at first, I had a little bit of trouble navigating with the game.
Yeah.
And I eventually got stuck at the Raven tank boss fight. Just for whatever reason, I could not beat it. And so I do what I usually do, and I put the game down, and I forgot about it until about another year later, where I just randomly picked it up again. I'm like, oh yeah, this game. I'm going to play that. And after that, I was totally hooked. I finally got past the tank fight and spent all day and all night for like the next 2 days just playing the fuck out of Metal Gear. And after that, it just kind of all fell into place. Getting Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, any piece of media with the words Metal Gear on it that I could get my hands on, and just like fully immersing myself in anything that I could get. And now here I am.
Nice. I was gonna say that'll be a first, like for story wise, like that. It somewhat involves a pawn shop. Usually it's
the pawn shop was critical to my discovery and understanding of Metal Gear. I would not be here were it not for that shitty overpriced fucking pawn shop.
So have you played all the games, including like the non like canonical ones?
So the only ones I have not played is Portable Ops, Acid 2, and that's it. All the rest of the games I have at least played to some capacity. Most of them I have beaten. So like I've beaten like Metal Gear Ghost Babel, and I put about 10 hours, 15 hours into Metal Gear Survive.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I've at least dabbled with everything. My next big thing is to tackle the Acid series proper. I tried Acid 1, and I thought it was neat, and I just kind of put it down intending to come back to it, and I just haven't. So that's next on my docket.
Oh, gotcha. Are you playing it like naturally or like through like emulation?
I'm playing through emulation. I don't have I do have a PSP, but I don't know how much copies of Metal Gear Acid are, and I don't want to shell out the dosh to play it on a tiny ass little PSP screen with the tiny little circle pad.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you because I don't. I had the PSP when it was like first released, and I kept it for a while, and I don't remember seeing that many copies of Acid or Acid 2 to be tell you the
It
truth.
seems hard to come
You know?
by.
Yeah, it's like one of the things where it's like I would think like since it has like the name like Metal Gear in it, that like all the game stores would like have it like at least on the shelves because PSP didn't really have a lot of games, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, PSP games. It seemed like when so I don't have a lot of memory of when they were like in places like
Hmm.
GameStop or Target or whatever, wherever you got games.
Uh-huh.
But what I do remember is not ever seeing a lot of them. They were always in like a little metal uh like the little metal cages that they
Hmm.
like just kind of throw the cases in, and you just kind of sift through, and like that's where they lived for most of the time. And most of the time they were UMD movies. you know.
Yeah, that was the
You
odd part.
you
Yeah,
could
a lot of
you could
movies.
you could pick up Quantum of Solace for $10. Woo!
I ended up using my PSP as like a little movie viewer like when I was running the trains for work and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch a
That's smart.
movie.
I ended up using mine for an emulation machine. My PSP is how I beat Earthbound for the first time.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Out of all the games, whether it's like canonical or non-canonical, which one is your favorite of the franchise?
Uh, I'm a meta sheep. I'm a non-thinker. My favorite is
Mhm.
3. Uh,
Okay.
but I have a big soft spot for Peace Walker. I think Peace Walker is awesome.
There. Okay. I was gonna say like I played a little bit of Peace Walker in the process of trying to finishing it, but like in a sense like sort of like kind of like sell me on Peace Walker. Like what made you like go towards that as your favorite?
Uh, well, so
Hmm.
it was the only one of the PSP games I played. I didn't play Portable Ops, so I had no idea about
Hmm.
uh, uh what's his name, Ashley Wood doing the cutscenes.
Yeah.
And when I saw those cutscenes, I was like, "Whoa,
Mm.
this is awesome!" Like instantly, I was way more intrigued about the game just because of that art style. It's so striking and so different from anything else Metal Gear does in terms of like its core canon games.
Yeah, because like I was gonna say like Ashley Wood also like did like the graphic novels, and that was like really like
Yeah,
eye-opening experience.
yeah.
Um,
I didn't find out about the
mhm.
graphic novels until I picked up the Legacy collection,
Mhm.
uh, which is mostly how I played uh, all of the Metal Gear games. Or, well, no, that's not true. I did pick them up individually, one by one, for the original systems, minus Peace Walker. Peace Walker was the only one I played through like an HD remaster or what have you. But I did play
Mhm.
like MGS 2, 3, 4, uh, all on original hardware.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like for unless you have like each system or like one system that like really backwards compatible, it's like one of those things where like you kind of like have to get the Legacy Collection to get all of them, or like the HD Collection, which is just a couple.
Yeah, I was listening to
Hmm.
the episode you just put out today with Tyler, and
Hmm.
I have a similar case to him where I picked up the Legacy Collection for, what was it, $50 at a GameStop,
Yeah.
just offhandedly one day, and like 6 months later, it's impossible to find, and it's like $1 million. And I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
okay, and I still have that copy with like the little cool art media book and everything.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because yeah, 'cause I kind of like went afterwards, but like I found one like on like Walmart's website, and it was like for like $60, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to like spend like double than that compared to
It
other
was how
places.
much?
60.
I mean, I'd still pick it up for 60.
It's
I think that's worth
yeah,
it.
because like I still had a PS3, and I was like, well, I should really get the Legacy Collection because I want to like replay all the games all over again.
Mhm.
And I was like getting tired of like waiting and waiting for like sort of like a re-release, which
Yeah.
it's like what we're having right now.
Yeah, you should have waited a
And
little longer. It's coming.
well,
They
yeah,
told
well,
you.
if I could go back in time and about like a year, like almost like a year and a half ago, and be like, no, Johnny, wait, there's gonna be
No,
a
Johnny, wait.
Masters
Oh,
collection.
all you gotta do is buy a PS5, and it's coming. I promise. I swear.
Oh shit, is that Masters collection only for the PS5?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
have
don't
no idea.
recall it having like a
Mhm.
PS4 logo in the review trailer. I mean, it's gonna be on Steam
Yeah.
too, so
Okay, well, you know what is probably with Konami, they're probably gonna want to hit all the major platforms
Yeah,
to
I'm
get
pretty
as
sure
much
they're
money.
going
Yeah.
just like PS5, Xbox One X,
Hmm.
and Steam,
Yeah, something like Delta.
or Xbox Series X rather. Yeah,
Yeah.
similar to Delta.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be great if they put it on Switch. That'd be awesome.
I know, right? Like, I mean, come on, you have several of the games as
We
part
haven't
of the
had
history of
yeah,
Nintendo.
yeah, we haven't had mainline Metal Gear in a portable format since the HD collection came out on PS Vita, to my
Oh,
knowledge.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, remember when they did that and how no one bought it? Likely
I
story.
wish I knew that because like that Vita, I kind of like the design, and it was like way better compared to like the PSP, which only had like one little like flimsy nub of a control stick, and I was like,
Yeah,
what the hell is this? Like, how do I
yeah,
play
the
these games?
PSP only had that little
Ugh.
circle pad similar to what the
Mhm.
3DS has. And then the PS Vita is like, all right, we have two actual analog sticks now. You're like, huh? Excuse me? Like, biggest glow up of the century. And then they just
Yeah.
didn't have the games.
It's the same thing all over again with Sony. Like I don't know what it is. Like they try to dip their toes into like the handheld realm, and they just don't do a good job following
I
through.
mean, the PSP was cool. Like, I
Yeah.
know a lot of people had a PSP. The PSP was successful.
Hmm.
And then they just, I don't know what happened. They just kind of lost momentum with that.
Yeah, they're like, I mean, I remember like there was like the original one, and then they like did like redesigns and like upgrading
Yeah.
it and like all that stuff. And then I
It's
feel
all,
like, yeah, oh god,
oh, I was gonna say it kind of mirrors the situation that the Wii U had, where like
mm-hmm,
the Wii U didn't sell well and people were confused by it, and the
yeah,
controller was weird, but like it had good games
mm-hmm,
that just like the PSP or PS Vita had Tearaway, it had Gravity Rush, it had let's see what else, Persona 4 Golden up
mm-hmm,
until recently with the PC and console ports. Like it had good games, just not enough of them for it to sell.
yeah, I know. And now they're like trying to like, oh, we're going back into handheld in some form and way.
Oh, fuck
Not
off
really.
with that. Yeah, no. You made the least portable console possible. Congratulations.
God. Uh, I was
What
gonna.
what a crock of shit.
I mean, for like that showcase, I mean, it's just like I don't know what it was, but it was good. It was okay. People like
It was fine.
went nuts, like, "Oh, this is a fucking dud," and I was like, "Is it really?
No, there was some
Like,
good
it's
shit
pretty
in there.
good."
I mean, like, I think we're a little
Yeah,
predisposed to liking it since the MGS3 remake is in there. But like, they had other
yeah,
cool stuff too.
yeah. I was gonna say there's some other like good stuff in there, and I did enjoy like at the end of it all, like Jeff Keighley just screaming into like the Twitter sphere. Like he's Skullface, just demanding, who's the developer? Who?
Oh yeah, that's right. He did kind of have a mini freak
I
out
was
about
like,
it,
oh
didn't
my
he?
god. I was like, well, he chose a side, buddy. And I think they remembered.
It's so weird because like Jeff Keighley on camera during all of these presentations, like Summer
That was
Game
weird.
Fest, like he acts so corporate and like
Ugh,
very, very about face and just like neutral. And
yeah.
then as soon as
Hmm.
he gets on Twitter, the man explodes.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very suspicious behavior.
It's like I remember like seeing him like bouncing around like I think it was like G4 TV, but I really didn't know much about him. Even to this day, like I look him up and I was like, okay,
Oh yeah,
I kind of
I
remembered
didn't
you.
know I didn't know him prior to the Game
Mhm.
Awards. I just felt like, oh, he's a guy, cool. But, like, I didn't know he was like involved with G4 and all these other like gaming media outlets and like
Yeah,
going back into the 90s. Like it's kind of wild actually.
yeah. I
He's
think
been around that long and no one
Yeah.
fucking knew.
and I think like his parents are like what? I think they're like executives for
Really?
like the IMAX or something like that. I'm trying to remember.
What?
Yeah, it's
That's wild.
something weird and like that involves like that kind of like multimedia world where I kind of see like okay, I can understand like why you delved into this area.
Oh, strange.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense though. That kind of gives him a pipeline for him to kind of like, go into that as a profession.
yeah, and then like him, like I think it was like so odd. Like he became like I don't know, like how tight they are. Like, is it like really true tightness, or is it just like corporate friendship between him and Kojima?
Oh, between him and his best friend Hideo.
Yeah, yeah. And for a second there, I thought like I was like, I thought you were created by the man, but you're an actual real boy.
Yeah, he's actually an AI engineered by Kojima specifically to make his games look as good as possible. I don't think Kojima would be like so heralded in like a deity status if it weren't for Keighley.
Yeah, exactly. Because he doesn't waste any moment to like kind of like put him up on that giant pedestal he has him on.
Oh no, he's totally sucking him off like 24/7.
And it's like okay, I get it. Like I enjoy the man, but I'm not gonna like say like he is the greatest ever. Like, I mean, we're not at the end yet in a way.
Yeah,
So,
no, it's the man has too many problems to really put him at the top.
yeah, and it's all like, I mean, I don't hear anything outside of like his professional work, but like when he's like as a creative and like and writing like the stuff he puts in his series, it's like there's some stuff on there that go like, I think you might want to like take a back step on that one, especially when it came to like when it came to Paz and that whole thing with Peace Walker. And I was like underage girl. I was like, I don't know about this.
Well, yeah, he goes for the 1-2 punch of underage girl, and then you see her in her bra and panties, and then in Ground Zeroes, underage girl is forced to rape an underage boy.
Yeah.
And then the third secret punch of Quiet in that whole situation.
Yeah. And
yeah, a little sketchy, little questionable.
I was gonna say like that went a little bit far, like beyond like what I'm so used to.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I thought the worst it was gonna be like the Beauty and the Beast core. Like, I thought that was the worst they can get.
See, like I think the Beauty and the Beast core is like the highest amount of horny you can have while still being like a healthy horny.
Yeah.
And then you start bringing underage girls into it, and then you start like making a literal mute character dressed in nothing posing so overtly for the camera. Like, all right, man, come on.
And also like the weird thing where like you can like change her outfit to like being like drenched in blood.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get, but I know it's like a thing. But I didn't understand it. I was like, this is just too weird.
Kojima and his fetishes, man. What can I say? I mean, we're all kind of self-indoctrinated into it anyway. There's no way out.
I know it gets to a point where it's like you become desensitized. You're like, okay.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, it's Kojima.
I know where he's going with this.
That's what shocked me about Death Stranding is how non-horny it is. We were talking about this in the Discord either today or yesterday, and like how far away Death Stranding walks from being horny. There's the one scene with Fragile where she's forced to run in the time fall in her panties and a shirt, but like the way it's filmed, at least in terms of like camera angles, like is so not horny at all. And like her panties aren't really tiny, and they're not staring at the creases in her ass or anything. Like she just kind of sits there and then she runs.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I think it also like I think it kind of like scolds you if you try to get horny in the game.
In a way, yeah. If you try to zoom in on Norman Reedus' crotch, he'll punch your lights out.
Yeah, which I was like, wow, it's like I didn't expect this. It's like I was going for the horniness that I'm so used to.
Actually, there is one horny moment in the game, and it's when Deadman corners Norman Reedus in the shower. That was getting a little hot and heavy.
Right, I forgot about that.
And he's like whispering in his ear, and they're all drenching wet. And he's like, "Norman, you have to suck me off." And he's like, "No, Deadman, I can't," or something like that.
It came so weird because like I know what that person's voice is supposed to sound like for Deadman. Like when he talks, it's like, who is this man? Like this is not who I think it is.
So, see, I'm weird because I didn't know what Guillermo del Toro sounded like prior to Death Stranding. Like I'd never seen like a video of him or anything.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, that's what Guillermo del Toro sounds like. And then I get to the credits and it's like voice credit this person. I'm like, oh, that's not him. And
Mm-mm.
then I don't even look up like a video of him. And then he shows up at the Game Awards. What was it, last year?
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, he's not supposed to sound like that. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's got like a little bit of a heavy accent, but it's not too bad. It's not like you can not
No.
understand him. It was just kind of odd. Like maybe he just didn't have time to voice the character. I don't know. It was just,
Well, I mean, it was the
Yeah.
same sort of deal for all of the other uh
Mhm.
like celebrity cameos in the game where like none of them were voiced by the celebrity they're modeled after. Like Jeff Keighley isn't voiced by himself.
Mhm.
Uh Obviously what's his name? Junji Ito isn't voiced by himself.
Mhm.
Uh I think
Was Conan voiced by him? Did he
I
voice
want to
himself?
say that was the only one that was.
Yeah, because it sounded.
I
like
want to
him,
say Conan did voice himself, but I'm not positive.
which is so odd. Like of all the people you were gonna not voice, that's Conan.
I mean, I guess
I
like
don't know.
outside of main cast, Conan
Mhm.
probably has the more recognizable voice out of all of them.
Yeah, with this late night show. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he seduced Kojima with his Harvard degree.
Yeah, he told him a funny joke and Kojima was like, I gotta put this man in the game.
It's like
Because
this
this
man
man is
is
just too funny.
very tall and very gingery.
The
And
problem
most
is he's a little
men.
too funny. He's actually a little too hilarious.
I don't know. I mean, I enjoy the hell out of that game. It's just like, you know.
Oh yeah, I
I'm-
love
I'm
Death
ne-
Stranding.
I'm nearing the end, and it's like I'm gonna have to like replay it all over again to kind of like. I
Oh,
kinda,
is
like,
this your
sped
first
through it.
first playthrough?
Yeah,
Oh shit, okay.
yeah. I know
Where
the
are you
ending
at?
and everything. I am at the part where I thought I was gonna have to end up like chasing Higgs, but it ended up being like, like we're gonna run for. Oh shit! What's her name? At the beach.
Oh, Amelie?
Yes, we're gonna go run for her, and I was like, all right, cool, we're gonna run, and then he just fucking disappears, and I was like, oh, okay, so I just do like regular missions and side missions, like that's so odd.
Wait, so you fought Higgs or?
No, not yet. That's like the next part.
Oh,
I
okay. Oh, so did you do the bit where you like got to the edge of the continent and now you're going to Edge Knot, I think it's called. Oh, okay, gotcha. I
Yeah.
know where you're at. Yeah.
That's where I'm at. It's like I'm kind of rushing it, but I don't want to like do it too quickly.
Yeah. Now,
In a sense,
now you're getting to all the fuck shit is where you're getting to.
I mean, I was just like roaming around and like going to like the like border areas to see what I can do and
Yeah.
how far. And it kind of there's like areas where it's like, oh, you can't cross because you just fall and die pretty much.
Yeah, there's a couple of areas that like hint at something else being there, but there isn't. Like I
Mhm.
know in towards the northern edge of the map in like the bigger area.
Yeah.
There's the crater of Central Knot City,
Mhm.
I believe. Like where you blew up during the beginning cutscene. And like you can just barely make it to the edge of the crater so that you think you can get over it and like go into the crater, but you can't. At least not
Oh.
without cheats or anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Trust me, I tried for like 2 hours to get in there, and I could not.
Yeah, no, it's just like, I mean, it's enjoyable. It's definitely a little more fuller than the Phantom Pain.
Yeah, for
compared
sure.
to like open world. But it's just like it's still like you get like the restriction where it's like, all right, you're like pretty much on batteries and stuff, and it's like, all right, you gotta like spare yourself.
Yeah,
thing.
there's a lot of micromanagement along
Yeah.
the way towards your destination. I will say, if you haven't been using vehicles or zip lines or anything,
Yeah.
you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, fucking zip lines absolutely break that game over your knee. Like, it's ridiculous, especially with the director's cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now with the director's cut.
Okay,
And-
yeah,
Yeah, I'm just like doing zip lines, repairing them, putting them up, and I'm just like, fuck this. Like, I'm not walking anymore.
yeah, it totally makes roads obsolete.
Yeah, and that's what I was doing at first. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna like do roads. I'm gonna like ride a motorcycle, and I'm like, yeah, I'm Norman Reedus, and You're Riding with Reedus. It's
Yeah.
called. I don't know. What it's called.
AMC's Ride with Norman Reedus.
Oh, so in this universe, we're to believe that Norman Reedus is a person with a show.
Yeah, he's a person, but he's also Sam Porter Bridges. Don't look too much into it.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know. It's like, I mean, of all like the games, like it has like it also has like almost like I'm not gonna say like life and death, but like almost like a biblical feel to it as well. Like a religious.
It certainly kind of feels like that sense of apocalypse that you get from like the Death Stranding event itself. It does kind of evoke sort of like a, sky will rain, locust sort of feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I was trying to like find the word. I was like, what am I trying to say? But
yeah, no, I get what you mean, especially with all the talk of like Haas and Kaz and that sort of spiritual aspect to the game.
Yeah, and now it's like, all right, I'm waiting for DS2, which is, he didn't say it was Death Stranding 2, and I'm, like I said with everyone else in the past, it's like I'm very wary with Kojima, and when it comes to sequels, because it's not always what it seems usually.
Yeah, I mean, we know better after MGS2.
Yeah, and then just like, all right, yeah, I was gonna say like, yeah, you would get like somebody else for 2, and for 3, it's like, let's go back in time to the beginning. It's like you'll enjoy that. Like you want to know about Solid Snake? Too bad. We're gonna show you Naked Snake.
Yeah, Naked Snake. Where? I want to be shown a Naked Snake. That'd be cool. I think.
I was gonna say, I think now with like the Delta, it's like how detailed are we gonna get with this man and his nakedness.
How well?
Like,
how can I count the hairs on his chest? Is my question.
Yeah, like how thick is it gonna be? Like, are we gonna see like ribs?
How plump will young Ocelot's lips be? Is my question.
I was like, are they gonna like fucking beautify Naked Snake and be like, we're gonna give him cum gutters?
That's awesome. I would love that.
And I was like, and you're gonna watch like when it rains, it's just gonna drip down.
I want when they get to the torture scene and Volgan punches the shit out of you, I want Snake to come. That's my number one want for Metal Gear Solid Delta.
I kind of hope, like, I know it's probably not going to be a thing, but like, it'd be nice, like VR support.
Oh,
especially with like the interrogation. You imagine that, like seeing that with your own face.
Well, I mean, it'd be a black screen. You got a bag over your head.
That's true.
Just close your eyes. It's VR now.
It's like, oh, you lost your eye. Like now, one part of your screen, it's like black now.
Okay, that'd actually be fucking sick. If you just had to play the other half of the game in VR with one half of the VR just dead.
That'd be fucking with you. You'd be like, oh fuck, I can't see. Like my eyes.
Yeah, yeah. No, it really feels like you only have one eye. It really feels like you got your eye fucking shot.
Oh man, and oh yeah, then like people are like disappointed. They'd be like, oh, they only showed us a trailer. I was like, well, yeah, because it's like the beginning stages. Like, first of all,
yeah, I assume they're not very far into development. They didn't give us a date or anything.
Yeah, you're right.
But so we're getting MGS Master Collection. What did they say? Fall or September?
They said autumn. Yeah, but it's supposed to be September. Yeah.
Okay, September. All right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I'm glad that's coming so soon. That kind of tells me that, like, at the latest, it's probably coming. I don't know, like maybe late 2024, early 2025.
Yeah. I don't think they're like that.
Yeah, I mean, logic.
Not 2023. Like, yeah, we're not getting it this
year.
Yeah,
no, we're not getting it this year for sure.
Yeah.
Like, Konami is not a logical company, but logically, you would want to put out a collection like that, somewhat in the realm of the actual big game coming out to generate hype.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Unless they're planning to release Master Collection Volume 2 first before Delta.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I wish they would give you like a tentative timeline.
Yeah,
in a sense.
At the same time, I'm just glad we're getting ports at all. Finally, it's only been 100,000 years. And
then I was looking it up and I was like, wait a minute, this is the same shit you took away. You're just repackaging it.
Yeah, well, yeah. So they did take it off of
Yeah,
stores for those like copyrighted footage reasons.
yeah, because
And they did specify that the games would be re-releasing without that copyrighted material, which
yeah,
is kind of a shame, but
mhm.
isn't that big a loss in my opinion.
No, and for me to believe Konami, I think they said like with minimal editing of like the historical footage.
Yeah, minimal editing of historical. So like I'm guessing
Yeah,
that like one or two uh like historical footage sections are going to be missing
and
and probably just
yeah,
replaced with like I don't know, the models talking or something or placeholder images, I don't know.
possibly, yeah, and probably like instead of saying, I probably say his name wrong all the time. And it's supposed to be like rhymes with video, Hideo.
Yeah, Hideo.
I try to remind myself like, is it Hideo or Hideo? I'm trying to remember.
It would be Hideo, but
Hide-
Hideo.
yeah,
Hideo's funny because it makes him sound like hideous.
I'm gonna say like they're gonna here's the minimal editing of historical footage. It's gonna be an anagram of his name under like creator instead of director.
Oh yeah. If
I
you
can't
actually
imagine
look,
how much.
if you look closely at the sections of video that were edited, each
Yeah.
beginning of the sentence spells out Hideo.
Oh my god, that just reminds me of the fucking like conspiracy theorists. I call them nuts. They're like
Yeah.
online and like constantly. And
The Ruse Cruise never stops,
oh
baby. It
my
keeps
God.
going.
And like all I call them hucksters, like the people who like say like they have like inside sources and they're in the know. They're like, oh, I called this remake. I knew it was all along. By the way, I called the remake Metal Gear Solid 3, and I said it was going to be on E3, which there was no E3. E3 died,
Yeah.
and I was
Fucking,
like,
they call a Metal Gear remake of some kind every other month. No, more often, probably like more like twice a month.
oh my,
That they're like, "There's gonna be a Metal
yeah.
Gear remake, guys."
And
And
it's
then
been
the one time they finally get it
Mhm.
right, they're like, "Guys, I called it. I'm literally the smartest person on earth." And I'm like, "Can you shut the fuck
Yeah.
up for like 2 seconds, please? You are not worth anything."
exactly, and it's been like that since the end of Phantom Pain, since that ended.
Yeah. No.
And
People
it's-
thought because there
Mhm.
was the secret chapter 3 and that was like
Yeah.
data mined out of the game.
Mhm.
And like with the cut missions and stuff, people thought there was more, and they're like, "Oh, well, no, actually, we gotta get nuclear disarmament." And then they triggered nuclear disarmament, and nothing happened. And they're like, "Oh, well, you know, it's got to be connected to the new game that Kojima's working on." And then it wasn't. It was just Death Stranding. They're like, "Oh, well, it's got to be a Metal Gear remake." No, you have to get nuclear disarmament on all consoles. And I'm like, dude, come on.
It's not that
You're
clever.
You're deluding yourself, man.
I remember those rumors, and I was just like, I would just read them and be like, what the hell are you guys talking about? And I was like, the man has left the building
Yeah,
and started his own studio.
I remember by the time Metal Gear Solid 5 was releasing, I
Mhm.
was like fully on board, all brushed up on the series, ready to go.
Yeah.
And I was so attached that like I did kind of ride the Ruse Cruise for like a month or so after the game. You know, I think a lot of people did. Even
Yeah.
if they don't want to admit it, they're like they wanted to believe that maybe there was something else. But then like after a month or two, they were like, okay, yeah, show's over.
Well, yeah, it's like how long and how many times has this guy come around to like mess with the fan's head?
Yeah,
And-
no, like it was
yeah.
totally on brand. Like I don't think
Yeah.
people were wrong for believing it at first, but like
Mm-hmm.
after a couple months, you're still on it. Like, all right, something would have happened by now, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like, and he's been saying it since like the second one, since MGS2. It's like, this is it. This is my last game.
No, he's
I'm-
wanted to
I'm-
stop
I'm done.
forever.
Yeah, he's been wanting to stop, and it's like, I don't blame him. He like wants to like do other stuff.
Mhm.
And every time he tried to like pass it along or like, you know, get someone else to take over, there's all this like crazy shit where it's like fans are like sending death threats and like fucking
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
petitions and shit. I was like, well, come on. I was like, okay, death threats, that's going far beyond. Like, these guys are just doing their jobs.
Yeah, like death threats were the reason that
Mhm.
he got back on to direct MGS4, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No,
Or
you're
was it
correct.
3? No, I think it was 4.
No, I think it was, yeah, I think you're right. I think it was 4. 'Cause-
Yeah, like
Yeah.
because 3 also wasn't going to be originally directed by him,
Mm-mm.
and then I think he just got back on just for his own reasons or something.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was like, all right, this is gonna be it. I'm gonna ride out with like a prequel, and
Yeah, something like that.
yeah.
Maybe he wasn't satisfied with how the project was going, and then he hopped back in or something. I don't
There's
know.
there's been stories about like that where he like sees like what the work they've done. And he's like, no, this is not what I anticipated. I'm
Yeah,
jumping back on board. Move over.
yeah, yeah. And then he fully intended to not do four, and people were like, "Well, if you don't, actually, I'm gonna send cyanide to your wife." And he's like,
Oh fuck.
He's like, "All right, shit,
It's like, all right,
guess
but
I'm doing
if
it."
I do it, he's gonna be old because fuck that. He's not gonna be younger than
He's
me.
gonna be old and depressing, and everyone you know and love is gonna have a bad ending. But then they're gonna have a good ending, but not a
Yep.
good ending, a bad good ending.
And if he crouches more than 2 minutes, he's just gonna complain about his back.
Yeah. Do you
All
remember
the
the
time.
time Meryl married the guy that shit his pants every game? I remember that. Anyways.
I was like, did he shit his pants on the wedding night? That's what I want to know. Like, I want to post credit of that.
Oh, as soon as he busted, that bed was brown. That thing was soaked.
Fuck.
He, he fucking consummated with a full diaper.
I was gonna say, like, tell Meryl, like, cover your eyes. This is how you get pink eye.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't look at this. You might get infected.
The shitting joke went like to the extreme in 4.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I will
God.
admit the gag where he's
Yeah.
shitting in the barrel and the barrel falls over and they just kind of look at each other.
Mhm.
That's a good gag. I love that guy.
And then why would we equip the shit barrel? It's like, because it's what? It's like, why did Snake take the shit barrel? It's like, what the fuck am I doing in a shit barrel that I can
Yeah.
roll around in?
Yeah, no, I think the thing that Snake wants to do most,
Yeah.
what the player wants to do most, is roll around in a shitty barrel in the middle of Afghanistan. I think that's really what encapsulates Metal Gear, actually.
You know, for all its crazy shit, like that's the like it wasn't my favorite when I first started playing. My favorite was like 2.
Uh-huh.
Because I enjoyed the introduction of the new character Raiden. I was like, oh, cool. It's like we're totally, changing the game. We're being a whole different person. And then, like, as I got older and I had a kid of my own, I was like, all right, I'm leaning towards 4 because I'm enjoying Old Snake and Hal both being dads to Sonny
Yes.
and raising a kid who's just like who's also like somewhat like poisoning them with like burnt eggs.
Yeah, the burnt eggs are actually the reason that Snake is fucking hacking along. He's just
Oh,
coughing up
God.
like egg chars all day.
I was like, oh God, I was like, it looks horrible. Like, and then they're just like, this is good. This is good. This is good, Sonny. And she's like, you didn't eat any. Like, what the fuck?
That line is so good. Like, they were really good, Sonny. You didn't eat any. And he's just
He's like, oh yeah. Fuck.
He's like, fuck, shit. The kid's too smart.
So, I mean, like with Snake, it's like, okay, I'm just gonna smoke a cigarette and just like, be like, all right, kid, whatever. I'm gonna be like a 1950s dad in the future, and somewhat ignore you.
Yeah, Snake does not eat a single thing in the entire game unless you make him, like, in gameplay. Like, that man
Yeah.
smokes cigarettes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert.
And
He's
I can
crazy.
understand. I can understand, like, towards the end of the game, he needed a fucking oxygen tank because, like, all those cigarettes.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
just
he needed
smoking
a
nonstop.
breather.
He's like, I need it, and I think he tried to smoke with the oxygen tank nearby.
He literally did. He had the fucking mask in one hand and a cigarette in the other.
I was like, yes, let's just fucking blow ourselves up already.
That's goals, actually.
Christ.
That's so cool of him.
Oh man, I mean, how can you not like love this series when it's like shit like that? Like those are the memories like you take with you forever, in a sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's still true to this day that there's not
Mhm.
a game like Metal Gear.
No,
You know,
And they-
even Death
Mhm.
Stranding, it doesn't reach like the peaks and lows that Metal
Mhm.
Gear does.
no, and then they did like the whole like when they were announcing the director's cut, they were doing like we're gonna make Sam do a little like sneaking
Oh,
in the
yeah.
trailer, and I was like, why would you do like? First of all, I can see you're trying to like placate to your fans, like buy this game.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna,
trying
like,
to play
play
the
with
toy
you
a little
there.
bit.
But it's like, all right, you also were trying to get away from it all because fans didn't pick up. They didn't pick up the hints you were dropping on that trailer,
Yeah,
which
And
was like,
I
yeah,
find it very weird that like Kojima, for
Mhm.
the breadth of his career, was so vocal about wanting to leave Metal Gear. And then as soon as he's free, like he puts in a Metal Gear reference
Yep.
into Death Stranding, and then he's like
He's
tweeting about Metal
tweeting
Gear
about it,
constantly. That man is a poster. Holy shit. Like,
which I'm thinking like, what? There must have been like an NDA and an expiration, like hit.
yeah, and he's just
And
like,
he's
I'm just gonna talk about everything Metal Gear Forever now.
They might be like all in his drafts. He was just waiting, like, all right, send,
Yeah,
send.
He had like 96 drafts about Metal Gear.
And I can understand, like, yes, you're gonna talk about it in the anniversary, but like out of nowhere, it's like, oh, I'm gonna talk about like fucking something that I've probably said in the past, but you don't remember because they were like in publications of like actual gaming magazines.
Yeah,
Thing.
the ones that always get me is when like Kojima is trying to like explain Metal Gear to his Twitter followers who almost assuredly know what Metal Gear is, and he's like, you see, in Metal Gear Solid 4, like Big Boss makes a pose, and then Snakes makes the same pose in the graveyard, giving the Big Boss to his snake, and I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, can you shut up for 1 second?
That sounds like a really bad like Google translation mix up.
Oh yeah, I mean, all of his tweets are getting translated, and sometimes it's not done.
It doesn't
very
make
well.
sense.
I mean, I have a high amount of faith that if I was a native Japanese speaker and I read Kojima's tweets, it would read the exact same way. That man
Maybe.
talks in riddles and crypticisms.
Maybe, yeah, because like I didn't get through all like his podcasts on Spotify, but it's like I listened to like I think up to like the Jordan Peele episode. I'm not sure if you heard it, but it's like he talks like he tweets. It's like
He
you're like
really
fucking-
does.
you're
It's
like-
insane.
I was like, dude, you're like a real life fucking Yoda, is what you are.
He's like Yoda on crack, who's like having a Metal Gear trip every day.
Yeah, and they also like takes like I can understand like this part because like it's also like trying to be hip, but then you're showing your age a little bit. Like I'm gonna take pictures of my food. Like, see,
Yeah.
I'm a normal person like you guys.
He's like, look at me, guys. I'm listening to Polyphia. Aren't I cool? And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's cool.
Like, check it out, guys. I got Lego Pac-Man.
Isn't this awesome? It reminds one of their youth. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
who are you talking to, man?
Oh no. Ugh. Somebody, anybody.
Someone delete his Twitter account right now. That
And
man
then-
cannot speak.
And I think it's also like his assistant has a Twitter account. I don't know if it's real.
Oh, really?
It's gotta be real. Because then like she'll post something in relation to his post.
Oh, weird.
I
I
don't-
actually did
it's-
not know about this.
I'm thinking it's because you know what? Ever since the whole like now we're taking everyone's check marks away, and it's like,
Yeah.
all right, I wasn't really paying attention before, but now it's like, I think you're real. I think you're a real person. I hope you're a real person.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm like, why would you coincide with like a tweet of a game creator? Like, what purpose would that be for?
Chances are, if they don't have a check mark, they are a real person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before Elon, it used to be the other way around.
Yeah, you weren't real if you didn't have one.
Yeah, if you didn't have one, you were either a nobody or a bot.
Yeah, or a bot. Yeah, exactly.
And now, if you have a check mark, you're either a nobody or a bot.
And then this is like my faux pas. Like before, Muskman took over. I bought. It was called something else. It wasn't called what it was now for the blue check mark. It was something else.
No,
because-
it wasn't Twitter Blue before. It was something else.
Yeah, and it was like something where it's like, or you can edit your tweets and stuff like that. I was like, good, because I am horrible at typing on my
Yeah.
phone. I was like, I'm always having fucking typos and having to delete shit. And then when he took over, all of a sudden, like, I got charged like $12, and I was like, what is this?
You're like,
Like,
huh?
what the fuck did I get charged for?
Yeah,
Like,
everything
Apple,
just kind
talk
of
to me.
changed. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm canceling this fucking thing. I was like, no, I'm not.
Was it
getting-
just called Twitter Plus, maybe?
I think it was. A lot of people were doing pluses back then, like
Yeah.
today. We're all
Yeah,
doing
plus-
pluses
Pluses are kind of the thing.
for our streaming services.
Yeah, Twitter plus like editing plus L plus
Pretty sure
ratio plus
Google-
Elon.
I think Google had Plus too.
Yeah, the Google Plus was a thing for a while.
Yeah.
Uh, I can't even recall what it was for. I couldn't tell you what it was for.
Neither can I.
It was pretty worthless, all right.
Yeah, Google does a lot of stuff where it's like, this may work and this may not work. We'll
Yeah.
see.
I remember when they tried to like, I don't know, they were doing some sort of thing where like they wanted to integrate YouTube into Google Plus, so like it wouldn't be YouTube anymore; it'd just be called something else, but it would still function as YouTube normally.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm sure you can imagine everyone loved that. Everyone thought that was a really good idea, and that's why it happened. God. Sometimes companies make really good decisions, I think. Topical, fucking Reddit and their API bullshit. Holy fuck.
Oh, yeah. Can you, like, briefly, like, explain that to me? Because
Yeah,
was,
so
like, yeah.
if you recall, like a month or two ago, Twitter made a similar change where they were drastically raising the prices of API, which essentially means that if you run some sort of automated bot or service on Twitter, it means you would have to pay a fuck ton to still maintain it. And so a lot of like beloved bots on Twitter went down, like automated. So like all those accounts were like, every hour I post this, or like every 5 minutes I post a screenshot from this show. Like a lot of those went down because it just wasn't sustainable. And then just recently, Reddit announced that they were doing a very similar thing where they were raising API prices, but it's a lot more impactful on Reddit because not only does like automatic bots like auto moderator and I don't know, like that bot that you can do where like it'll automatically detect if your post is a haiku or not. It'll get rid of shit like that, but it also impacts almost all of the moderation tools for subreddits, and it impacts most importantly third-party Reddit apps. So like things like Reddit is Fun, Relay, the other big third one, all that shit is going to get shut down because the API prices are just too ridiculous. And that also includes third-party apps that service disabled people. So like blind people, deaf people, people who are colorblind, like all that sort of thing. There are specific Reddit apps for those people that third parties have developed. And the API, unless they can maintain the staggering API prices, that'll wipe them out too.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that.
It's a really big shit show. And like a bunch of subreddits went dark for 48 hours, which is I mean, like, it would have been nice if they'd chosen to just go blackout for longer than 2 days so that they wouldn't give, like, corporate Reddit an actual date as to when it was going to blow over, but it's just a really fucked situation, and there's not a lot people can do about it.
Damn.
Yeah, there's actually just like an internal memo that went out today at Reddit from the CEO, I believe, or some sort of other higher up, explaining that like basically this is all gonna blow over. They all said they'd be done in 2 days, so we're just gonna wait it out, and then we're gonna do it anyway. Also, make sure not to wear any like Reddit gear or any Reddit like merch or anything like that, because if they think you work at Reddit, they're gonna probably harass you. Good luck, guys. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. God, I love capitalism. You have no idea.
I was gonna ask you, to like kind of like bring it back to like Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Because this is what I do. Like I'll talk. Like this is what I've done with every guest. Is like we'll talk about Metal Gear, and then we'll like slowly drift away, and then we never come back. Sometimes
it's a slippery slope.
I was gonna say, like, tell me a time where, in the series where like you got frustrated. Like it could be like somewhere in a game or like maybe frustration with a storyline or a character. It could be anything really.
Okay. So I already explained how I got really stuck at the Raven tank boss fight when I first played Metal Gear Solid 1. So that's one. But another place I got really frustrated gameplay wise is in Peace Walker, I believe it's the second boss you fight. It's a helicopter in like
Mhm.
the jungle, and I had the same problem there where I just could not get past it. Like, I don't know what I was doing wrong, or
Mhm.
I mean, I was probably just shit at the game. That's the likely explanation, but I just could not get past that helicopter fight. And so I put that game down too for about, I want to say like 3-4 months, just like not playing it. And then I eventually came back to it, and same thing, I beat it like
Mhm.
pretty effortlessly. And I was like, oh, this was hard? No. uh, Other than that, I've never
Mhm.
had a lot of like difficulty gameplay wise, uh, other than those two boss fights. In terms of like story, writing, stuff like that,
Yeah.
I mean, I was definitely frustrated with the ending to Metal Gear Solid 5. Uh, I I don't know, like I know for a fact now, and most of us know for a fact now, that there wasn't much more planned for the ending of that game. Like that was supposed to be it, pretty much, minus the Lord of the Flies cut mission.
Yeah.
But like, even if was that was what was planned, like it just feels like they kind of created all of these loose ends for you to follow, and then all of a sudden you're hit with the like seemingly the biggest revelation out of nowhere with no connection or
Mhm.
context to anything else, and then the actual plot lines that you were following and the things that you were interested in, like, oh, they're just like they're like 7 9-minute tape calls that you listen to. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, that's a really fucking weird and frustrating choice. Go off, I guess. Like, it just felt like the game ended with like a big wet splat,
Oh
and
my
like
God, yeah.
that was it.
Yeah.
Especially since up to
Mhm.
that point, like you're going through Act 2, and half of Act 2 is just missions that you've already done, and so you're already kind of like fiending for any story progression that you can get your hands on. And like you do the quiet mission,
Mhm.
mission 45, I believe, like
Mhm.
right before that, and that mission is great. Like that mission is really cool, and like ties up quiet storyline pretty well, at least I think. And then bam, you're not big boss. What? I'm who now? Oh, now I have all these tapes all of a sudden.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, Zero's in the game, but not really. Cool.
Yeah, no, it's and the Phantom Pain is like, I think that's like a lot of frustrations for a lot of fans in a
Yeah.
way, because it's like, what, like, okay, so Eli just like takes the Metal Gear and like fucking runs away with like his band of merry boys, and
Yeah.
never to be seen. Like, all right, we're just gonna let a little kid run around with a fucking Metal Gear
Yeah.
in the world. Like, what
Have
the
you
hell?
watched the like the video for the cut mission 51 or
I
whatever?
had, yeah, I have, and I thought like that would have been like a really interesting fucking add-on, you know, to like the game. Like, you could just like drop that as a DLC if you wanted to.
I remember when I watched that,
Mhm.
it made me laugh my fucking ass off, because like the whole mission is
Mhm.
supposed to be like you searching for Sahelanthropus, and then you fight it again in this cool island jungle,
Mhm.
and then like you have to shoot the soldiers, but you're having a seizure, so you can't tell which is Eli and which are the soldiers, and like that's all super cool.
Mhm.
And then like at the end, Psychomantis takes the vocal cord parasites out of Eli, and then Eli is like, I will have my revenge against my father. They will pay, or whatever. And
Yeah.
then gently it crossfades into a picture of 9/11. And I'm like, excuse
What?
me? Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember the last part.
Yeah, like Eli is giving his revenge speech or whatever, and it crossfades into a picture of the twin fucking towers.
What the fuck?
It is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
So is that his revenge?
So what they're saying is that Liquid Snake did 9/11. Is what
Yeah.
they're saying.
Oh,
It's-
damn it!
it's- It's
I
so meaningless and nothing and out of nowhere. And what the fuck
Fuck.
was that? Like,
Uh,
it,
it's like, damn it, my brother killed my dad, so I'm gonna fucking
so
9/11.
so I'm gonna 9/11.
All you motherfuckers.
Vocal cord parasites can't melt
The
steel beams.
Fuck.
It just comes. It really comes out of nowhere. Like,
Wait, doesn't like Eli and like Kid Mantis like fly into the sky
yeah, they kind of just like float
Like
away together into the
fucking-
sunset.
like Peter Pan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And that was
It's so fucking strange, dude.
damn.
It makes me laugh to this day just thinking about it.
Oh my
That-
god.
It's like it's super like cool and serious up to that point,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden 9/11.
We're just gonna go nuts and like, here you go.
Yeah,
It's like
it's so weird.
I was gonna say like cinematic universe in this Metal Gear universe.
Yeah,
Fucking
the 9/11
Eli.
cinematic universe.
And oh yeah, we could have done that. Like Eli Liquid orchestrated it, and then like, oh, cut to like fucking Oliver Stone's World Trade Center movie, fucking Nicolas Cage
Yeah,
down on the ground trying to save people.
you know, like fucking what was his name? The leader of like the terrorists who were behind 9/11. What's his name?
Oh,
Like SEAL
Bin
Team
Laden?
6. Yeah, like Osama bin Laden.
yeah,
That was if you erase some of the letters and then rearrange them, it spells Liquid Snake.
fuck.
It's all a ploy, I'm telling you. Kojima was thinking ahead.
Oh my god. Everything that was in my mind has just disappeared from the revelation. Dun, dun, dun.
That's all you're gonna be able to think about, and you hate it because
Yeah.
you know it's true.
It's like this shit's gonna be forever in my brain. I'm gonna be like on my deathbed, be like, it was liquid.
Yeah, it was liquid.
While I'm smoking a heater with a stash at the old folks' home.
Yeah, while you're smoking your The Boss cigarettes. Isn't it weird that they're called that? In every single game, they're branded The Boss.
Oh no, I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Didn't pay attention.
I don't know if you can view them in MGS1
Mhm.
or even in MGS2, but like
Mhm.
MGS3 onwards, I'm
Mm.
fairly certain if you look at Snake cigarettes, they're branded as The Boss cigarettes.
Yeah, I think you're right. For
Yeah.
for 3, yeah. 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
trying to
like-
remember, like, 'cause I just played the first one a couple months ago, Integral port,
Okay, yeah.
and it just says SIGs, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
That was
not
fun.
branded, they're not modeled or anything in the
Mm-mm.
first game, as far as I
Yeah.
know. I mean, maybe. Well, so Integral does have that model viewer, and I wonder if you can view items in there or if it's just character models.
I don't know. I have to double check. I think it was just like character models.
Yeah, I want to say it was too.
Yeah.
But at the very least, MGS3 onwards, they're
Mhm.
branded that way. And like little
Mm.
details and stuff like that
Yeah.
is what gives a lot of character to these games. Like those tiny little like just I mean, it's something that you see a lot nowadays,
Mhm.
especially in like open world games, you know,
Mm.
like a GTA and even Death Stranding, like
Yeah.
everything is branded a certain thing. But like prior to Metal Gear, like putting just fake brands and like fake businesses in games didn't seem like as much of a focus.
Hmm.
I might be totally wrong about that, but like at the very least, Metal Gear did it in a very like subtle, charming way, which I think is cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say like probably up until because 4 they went like really heavy with like a lot of like we'll call it like licensing, but like you literally had an iPod.
Yeah, you
in
had
the
an
game.
iPod with the Metal Gear podcast in it.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why is there an Apple product
I did think that was
here?
weird. Yeah.
Like in this. Okay, so I'm like, all right, I need to suspend all disbelief. And like Apple products are in the Metal Gear universe.
Yeah.
It
That
wouldn't.
mean that means by extension in the Metal Gear universe, you could buy a $3,500 headset that goes over your face.
And I think they're getting Death Stranding
Yeah,
for
so
Mac. That's why
so
he was there.
Kojima was at the keynote for Death Stranding for Mac, and that's it. That's the only reason why he was there. Why was he there? There was no
Yeah.
reason for him to have
Like,
been
did he
there.
have to do it? Like, he could just announced it with like some like
See, like out of all the
voiceover guy.
things for him to tweet, that should have
Yeah.
been a tweet.
I think it was. He was tweeting stuff where he's like, I'm in the studio, or like showing like he's like beside trailers. He's like, I'm gonna go film something. I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, being his
Like, this is
cryptic
weird.
self. And
Being
you're
his
like,
usual
surprise!
self, it's like,
It's
yeah,
Death Stranding for Mac.
like here we go. Like,
Whoa!
I'm gonna take a picture of my where I work, and you're gonna see a clock, and then the fans are gonna be like, let's dissect this. It's
Yeah.
like, I think the clock is telling us what the next game is gonna be.
I miss the age where a trailer related to Kojima
Mm-hmm.
would get uploaded, and like within 2 days you'd have a 50-minute Yongye analysis of it. Those were the days.
Oh man. Now it's like I have a shit ton of people telling me what's the hidden messages. And what was released recently, Delta. The trailer.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I was like, I don't I was gonna say it's like it's not that like let's not like fucking make this like Da Vinci Code, okay? This it's just a
Yeah,
trailer. I
we've
was
already been through that. We've gone through that.
we're
We've
gonna
grown
fucking-
since then.
like, dissect this shit like over and over and over again. Like, come on.
It's literally just nature shots, and then you see Snake's face. Like, what is there to
Yeah.
dissect? What is there possibly to dissect?
Well, apparently, from like people on YouTube, if you see the bird, that's the boss, not the boss, the end's bird. And you know, what if in this new game, that bird is actually watching you? And then that way he can hunt you in any part of the game. We don't know. Maybe it's
Well,
not
guys-
structured like the last game. Does
Guys,
the
it's
bu-
crazy. The end is confirmed for Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. It's crazy. You're never gonna
Oh my
believe it, but I
God.
found it out.
I mean, it was like that. It was like that level where it's like, all right, so they're like, oh, the end's gonna be able to see you all the time if the bird's nearby. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like,
Yeah,
does he
well-
have that power now? I thought it was just sun powers. He can apparently talk to birds now. Like, he's a telepath. Does he know bird language?
I mean, he is kind of one with nature. The dude can photosynthesize.
I mean, I guess.
He
I don't
literally
know.
is he's a plant man.
I don't know. It was just like I was just laughing. I was like, come on. I was like,
Yeah, there's nothing to dissect here.
it's like, can we just enjoy the trailer? Like, can we just watch it over, like, over and over again, just so we can see like this newly designed Naked Snake?
Yeah.
It's like,
I guess if anything, it's a showcase for what sort of graphical fidelity and style to expect.
yeah,
You know, I don't think Naked Snake looks really all that different.
no,
Now he looks pretty much how you would expect like a very high res Snake to look.
yeah, and people like also forgot like this is not like this is a different person. This is Naked Snake, and he was a thicker snake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that boy was well fed.
He was, yeah, exactly.
He was feasting on tree frogs and shit.
I was like, this is not gonna be like the lean and mean people that we know from the future. Like, no, this is thick boy.
No,
Snake right here.
this isn't toned, tight ass Snake. This is jiggle physics, handful of ass Snake.
They they better keep the whole like. I don't know how the menu thing's gonna work, but like they still have to let us keep like induce vomiting to Naked Snake by making him spin.
Yes, I
Like,
would
can we
love
keep
some-
that? Can we keep that?
I saw some discussion in some Twitter spaces about how they would handle like the
Mhm.
like eating camo cure, all that stuff, and
Yeah.
people guessing that it might just become like a real time menu that you use instead of
Mm.
having to go into the survival viewer and through all the menus. which I would be totally up for.
Yeah, so you don't like break like the how the game's playing, like it's like constantly like, oh, I gotta stop, pause,
Yeah.
menu kind of thing.
Yeah,
it'll
I
make it like
think
more fluid.
yeah, I think it would actually like help the stealth aspect too, because if you're doing it in real-time menus,
Hmm.
you have to take time to take a cigar to the leech on your arm
Hmm.
while you're trying to hide from enemies.
Yeah,
Like, I think that would be a cool way to introduce more
mhm.
tension into sneaking and using cure.
Yeah, I'm curious how the radio calls are gonna be like. Are they gonna like do like what they do with like Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes, where it's like it's almost like automated based on what you're doing? In a
Yeah,
sense.
I was wondering about that too.
Is
I
that-
would,
Yeah.
if I had to guess, I would guess that it would be like Ground Zeroes Phantom Pain style, where it's just like automatically happening. You're not having like a codec screen or anything. It's just voice messages that happen at you.
Yeah.
But then that brings up the point of how are they gonna hold out these long conversations that they're having over codec, like in that
Mhm.
real time sort of fashion.
Yeah, because it's like the age-old thing where it's like with the codecs and the radio transmissions, like he's literally just stopping in the middle of wherever he is, like hardly concealing himself at
Yeah.
some points. And it's like, no, I think we're gonna get caught if we stay on the line for a while here.
Yeah, not at all. I think if they wanted to maintain all of the
Mhm.
conversations that happen in the codec, my guess is that it would also be a real-time menu, maybe.
Yeah.
Like you can press select or whatever, and it would bring up like a little codec pop-up window, and you can use the D-pad, select your thing, and then once you like select to call someone,
Mhm.
then maybe Snake kneels down and you get the two windows or whatever.
Yeah. They were talking about like the voice actors or like I don't know
Yeah.
if they're not coming back, but they're being reused, I think is what it was.
Yeah, so I believe they're
Mhm.
reusing the raw lines that they have from the original game, which
Yeah.
leads me to believe that this is going to be probably one of the most straightforward remakes ever. Like
Yeah.
I don't think any story is
Mhm.
going to be altered. I don't think
Mm-mm.
like pacing is probably not going to be that altered, aside from maybe making areas bigger so that
Mhm.
you're spending more time sneaking.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, you know, lines aren't going to be altered, story is not going to be altered, series of events are not going to be altered. Like this is going to be very, very straightforward.
So it's like, are we to believe that like they're just reusing lines? So it's like, oh, good, we don't have to like pay the talent on this new game.
I mean, I guess it depends
Well,
on what's in their
remastered.
contracts.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, no one's talking about this. Like,
Like,
the
did they
money.
get paid for like the remasters and stuff?
See, that's
Did
another
they
thing
get
I don't know.
did they get royalties?
No, I don't think royalties is a thing. I think it's like what. I don't even think it's like also against like. I mean, it depends on the contract, but like a lot of people say it was just like you get paid and you're done kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's like
And-
nothing like how like TV you get like residuals basically. But,
and
like,
you got to
nothing like
remember
that.
this is all being done in Japan too, and they probably
Mhm.
have different rules about this.
Exactly.
So if we're to believe that like it was just like a one and done thing, and they're not getting residuals or royalties from their voices being reused for the game,
Hmm.
then it's more than likely just a cost saving measure,
Yep.
just to kind of like they're trying to put as little money into this as
Mhm.
possible while still making it good, so that they can kind of feel out like, all right, how successful will this be really?
Yeah, and it's like I can't imagine like, if you try to get everybody back together. Like, say we want to do new lines and stuff like that. Like, you were gonna go that route. Who's Suzette Mignette?
Yeah. So when the game was announced, that was one of my very first thoughts. I was like,
I
are
was
we
like-
finally gonna learn?
Do we know who that is? Like, do you know who that is? Because
Yeah.
now in this day and age, nothing's kept a secret.
No, if they
Yeah.
were to get her back for the game, she would be found out. Almost assuredly.
Yeah. And that's like one mystery that was never solved. I can
Yeah.
understand like if you want your privacy, that there has to be a reason why you don't want people to know. Who was
I mean,
the voice?
it might be just the same reason that almost everyone went by aliases in Metal Gear Solid 1. You know,
Hmm.
maybe because like by the time Metal Gear Solid 3 was coming out, games were becoming more of a regular thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were being taken seriously yet, but
Mm.
they were making their place within culture.
Hmm.
And maybe Suzette Mignette or whoever her real name is
Hmm.
still didn't feel comfortable putting her name on a project like that.
True.
I mean, especially given the character that she's attached to.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember. Like I saw it on, because I was like so like enamored and like trying to find out like who is this person, and just doing like stupid internet sleuthing. I came across like a Twitter page of like, now I'm forgetting the person's name, but like he was like taking clips of like audio dialogue from Metal Gear Solid 3 and comparing with other people he was potentially thinking it may have been. And
Oh, I
I
see.
think he got it pretty close. What um the voice actress who was the voice behind the original Little Mermaid film. That person.
Oh, interesting.
And I think that person was like heavily involved with like a Disney contract, and maybe that may have gone a conflict because Disney has like those weird rules where it's like there's modesty clauses and shit, and I'm pretty sure they may have been
Right.
entangled with that. It's like, all right,
So, all right,
you're
so it
gonna,
may have just been like a contractual agreement sort of thing where like
yeah, that's what I was
contractually
thinking.
she probably shouldn't have been attached to that project, but she did it anyway.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like, oh, because the
Okay.
character being portrayed as so like, being portrayed sexual, like double
Right.
agent spy using her sexuality as a weapon.
Yeah.
Maybe Disney would be like, we don't like that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm, naughty, naughty.
If
kinda
it is
thing.
that person, that would make sense.
Yeah, and it's like you can't confirm or deny it because like the person actually has to come out and say like, yeah, I voiced this character, and this is the reason why
Yeah.
I don't want it to be known, in a
Yeah,
sense.
I mean,
but yeah,
for all we know, she doesn't even know that, people are so enamored with trying to find this person.
hmm
She could just be thinking like, "Oh, that was the thing I did once, and I barely remember it," and that's the end of it.
exactly. Yeah, because I remember like going through the Metal Gear Mondays catalog, and it's like they did a lot of voice actors, and it's like I kept hearing that thing. It's like I don't remember that. Like wow,
Yeah.
that was a long time ago. Like woo,
Yeah.
it's like I've had so many so many jobs after that.
Mhm.
And I can understand that. Like, yeah, like not everybody's gonna remember that. Like the fans will remember it, but like somebody who just like it's a paycheck. Of course, you're not gonna remember it. Like, how many have you done this?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, especially in the industry of voice acting, you do so many
Mhm.
projects.
exactly.
You could ask them about anything from that time,
Mhm.
and they probably wouldn't remember it very well. It wasn't just because Metal Gear wasn't notable; it's just because they're busy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I think it's becoming more common now for voice actors in particular to be more aware of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Given how much just like nerd and geek culture has caught on in the zeitgeist.
mhm.
Like, I mean, there's a whole Metal Gear Solid convention now. Like, people are very much,
yeah.
they're very much excited about this franchise in a way that maybe the talent attached to the project wasn't aware.
Yeah, I was gonna say exactly. Like now, like you said, like nowadays, it's like they will brush up on the work of the past, or like, because fans are gonna come out of nowhere and ask them like the craziest shit. I can't only imagine.
Yeah.
It's like I can probably maybe to the point where it's like you're gonna ask someone like, you were in such and such project. What did you mean when you said this dialogue? And
And
I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I don't remember
I
that
said
day.
what?
I may have been drunk on that
Yeah.
session. Who knows?
It's like, what year was that? It's like, I'm
My only
54 years
question-
old.
My only question would be to that guy, Troy Baker, and I'll be like, why did you botch those French lines, you bastard? Ocelot is a worldly man. He would know how to speak French.
Oh my god. Man, Troy Baker as Ocelot is probably one of the greatest plagues set upon our society.
That was like John Wayne Ocelot.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what it felt like.
he was very much in his cowboy phase.
Oh my god! I was like, I'm surprised he didn't go like, reach for the skies. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck.
He's like, I'm a rootin' tootin' man, Snake. You have to understand that me and my gun are inseparable. And
Oh
I'm like,
my
who
God.
are you?
Like, are you Ocelot? I was
And
like,
then like and then one game later he's like, Snake,
I know.
you've caught in my web of TNT. And I'm like, this is the same person? Question mark.
Oh my god. Talk about like,
this gun is so awesome.
I know. As he's stroking the barrel,
Yeah.
it's like that gun is gonna
What?
fucking come in his face.
What does he say? I'm trying to remember the exact line. He says, I love the feeling of slamming a long silver bullet into a well-greased chamber.
yes.
And I said, true! You are so right for this.
And then the whole like fucking so odd love triangle of fucking Ocelot and Kaz
Yeah.
fighting
Yeah.
over for a fake.
Yeah,
Person.
for a fake for
I was
a
like,
real
what?
doll of Big Boss.
The fuck? I was like, you do this for a fake one? What would you do for the real one?
Anything. I would do anything to get in that man's pants.
I can only imagine, like, for between Peace Walker to Ground Zeroes to Phantom Pain, that like all the higher ups, like, like Kaz and like fucking Boss, when it came to like, hey, we're gonna have sex, they just went and did it. But anybody else subordinate had to probably write a requisition form.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
they had to request for sex to be invented at R&D.
Oh, and those like special interrogation, like when there was something like if you like Fulton someone, they're like, well, they're not gonna be so forthcoming. It's like I'm gonna have to like.
Oh, they're gonna be
care of
forthcoming in
them.
a second after I'm done with them.
And I was like, this fucking Ocelot and Kaz just fucking these guys into like submission of like, yes, you will like fucking the will of the boss here, the will of Big
Yeah.
Boss.
Trust me, we have the hottest men in our intel team working 24/7 on it.
That's probably where the mask came into play.
Oh yeah, the balaclavas.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like a fetish thing.
And I was like, why is everybody wearing a mask? I was like, is this because like we're all like one nation? I was like, no, probably it's a sex thing.
No,
It's
it's totally like a gimp thing.
Oh my God. That was just like forever etched in my brain. In a
You can't-
sense.
I mean,
Mhm.
how can you forget an ass like Snake has? Truthfully,
Okay.
these games just
Yeah.
exude sex in a way that no other series has ever been able to encapsulate in the same way.
I mean, not really. I mean, yeah,
It's-
you're right. Because you had
It's
the
very
whole
weird.
Tomb Raider, but I was like, these boobs, but, like they're really pixelated. Who cares?
Yeah, they're like, whoa, this bitch got pyramids on her chest. All right, moving on.
It's like, let's go to the next generation. Hold up, Metal Gear Solid 2. Like this guy's ass looks great in that outfit right now, and the rain is making it better.
Yeah, they're like, this man has just move on to Metal Gear Solid 3, and like the man has literal swamp ass the entire game, and you're like, damn, I wonder how that shit smell.
It's like, I know you had like grip, like you can like increase your grip strength. Like we couldn't like increase your clap strength.
I'm trying to increase my grip strength by gripping onto that snake pussy.
Oh man. And like, and knowing everything now, it's like, because everyone's talking, everyone's saying their piece, because everyone's like, oh, in 3 we really wanted Kurt Russell. Sorry, David,
Mhm.
we're stuck with you. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
I wasn't too surprised that he didn't come back for V. Well, they didn't ask him to come back.
Yeah.
That was silly. He didn't come back. They didn't ask him to come back, kind of thing. I was like, oh, we're going to Hollywood. It's like, wait a minute, we're getting Kiefer Sutherland? Because why?
Yeah,
Such an odd choice. Like, and I'm pretty sure it's because of fucking 24.
it has to be.
Yeah.
There's no other reason that I can think of, really.
Like,
I think a lot of people were expecting him to
Mhm.
come back just because that was the mainstay, that was the pattern. David
Yeah.
Hayter is Solid Snake, and that's just kind of how it was. And then it just kind of happened suddenly out of nowhere, like, oh, no, it's Kiefer fucking Sutherland. I'm like, huh?
Mhm. yeah, it's like, and it's like that was like that back then. Like now, it's like all the information suddenly, so people are like bombarding fucking. Like they asked Nicolas Cage, like, "Hey, are you in that next Spider-Man movie?" And then he's like, "What Spider-Man movie?"
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I was like,
And they're like, he's in
"Oh
the-
shit!
they're like,
Oh
oh,
no!"
uh-oh.
It's like, that kind of sucks. Like, it didn't like I didn't like fucking get all like angry, like, "Fuck this game, fuck this series. I'm never gonna play these games ever again because I'm stuck being Kiefer Sutherland."
Yeah.
It's
No,
like,
I
it didn't
wasn't-
bother me.
I don't remember being too furious about it either, but like,
Yeah.
I was at least like miffed. I was just like, oh, that kind of sucks. I like David Hayter. And like, that was about
Mhm.
the extent of my feelings on it.
Yeah, because like, you know what? When you finish the game, you go like, okay, yeah. He didn't talk much.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. So if we gotten Dave, like, would he have talked just as less? I can only imagine.
I mean, I'm sure Kojima would have told us that he would have talked just as much, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure I believe it. I mean, famously, Metal Gear Solid 5 was way over budget by the time that it came out.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were like spending like crazy amount of money. Like, I think they spent like a shit ton of money on one of the, I think it was an expo or convention or something, where it's like
Yeah.
an entire like mother base. Like, how much money is
Oh,
that
wow.
for like a convention? I was like, are you
Yeah.
nuts?
Yeah.
And
that's
also, like,
that's
going to
probably
the
like
game.
that's probably a couple mil right there.
Yeah, and then the game itself, like, I can only imagine what they
I
were
mean,
spending.
like alongside the cost of developing the Fox engine.
Yeah, and then probably making a fake studio.
Yeah, making the fake studio and then getting all of the high tech
Mhm.
facial capture and like I'm foggy remembering the exact numbers, but I want to say that Metal Gear Solid 5 had a budget of like 30 million
Mhm.
and the total cost ended up being like 50 million.
Yeah, and it was probably the point where it's like, all right, if he's not gonna fucking stop spending money, we gotta pull the reins on him, kind of thing.
Well, I'm pretty sure that was like the main reason why he got canned, was
Spending
because he
too
was
much
just
money.
spending all of Konami's money, and that was
Yeah.
also the reason why Ground Zeroes was a thing, to recoup some of that cost.
Yeah, and that was another like kind of weird thing where it's like it's not really a whole game,
Yeah,
but they're
was-
charging you, I think, like close to it, the price of the whole game.
it was $40.
That was close.
Yeah,
That's still
For-
a lot for that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, especially at the time it came out, that was a lot of money for what they were giving you.
Mm-hmm.
But that game is better than the Phantom Pain, so I guess it was worth it.
Yeah, and that's the last time you play as a boss.
Yeah, that's the last time
Slash
you
Snake.
play as. That's the last time you play as a real Snake.
Yeah, and it's so. I mean, you could keep playing it and like do like they have like side missions, and then like if depending what system you had, like Deja Vu or Jamais
Yeah.
Vu.
Yeah, Deja Vu
Kinda
and
thing.
Jamais Vu, those were cool.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, rescue this prisoner, and you find out it's like it's Kojima you rescued.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
It's kind of cool that they did the Snatcher callback with Jamais Vu.
Oh right, yeah, like that, like that has been like a thing for like a long time.
Yeah, like it had like Snatcher music in
Mhm.
the mission and like, yeah, very strange but like very cool callback. And then one can only assume by that time Kojima kind of knew that he was gonna get shit fucked by
Yeah,
Konami, because also in the Deja Vu mission you have the flashlight that erases the logos, but only
Yep.
the logos of games that Kojima has directed. And so
Mhm.
it's like, oh, Konami is trying to erase Kojima, and Kojima will live on forever, and Metal Gear is forever. And I'm like, All right, man. You're
like-
getting a little heavy-handed with it.
Like I'm not surprised like he actually just like his because he does have a character model like he didn't fucking come out of nowhere, and it's just like all right, let's go in that building and storm Konami.
Yeah, it's like it was a couple steps away
Gosh.
from that.
And then I was gonna say like you'd probably get like I'm trying to remember which movie it was. I think it was like the third Rambo movie where it's like him and the Colonel are like fucking teaming up and taking on the Soviet army in Afghanistan. That kind of thing. I was like, all right, let's go in there, Kojima. Let's fucking bombard Konami.
Yeah, we're heading into the Konami gulag. We're gonna break all these poor souls out.
Damn, I lost track of thought. I was like,
You're just
I
too
have
busy
something.
thinking about Snake's ass.
I mean, that's pretty much what I primarily only think about like on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's like the it's like the SpongeBob clip where it's like Patrick thinking about something and it goes into his mind bubble. It's like a carton of milk spilling over. It's just me thinking about Snake's big old booty.
I just can't believe that like fucking Nintendo took away that ass.
They
For
nerfed
the
his ass,
Smash
man.
Bros.
Yeah.
But it's also like that's a weird snake. It's like an amalgamation snake. It's not solid
Yeah.
snake. It's like I think he has like the face of like Naked Snake and the body of like two Solid Snake with that ass.
I think it's supposed to be Solid Snake
Yeah.
because he's using a lot of like Solid Snake adjacent items. Like his up special is the Cypher that he flies on, and he has like a let's see, his final smash is like the grenade launcher.
Oh right. I think he also
And he's talking to like Otacon and Colonel and Mei Ling. So I think it's supposed to be MGS2 era Snake.
yeah, it's supposed to be, but like for some reason the face doesn't match the body. Is the odd part.
Well, so he doesn't have the sideburns that MGS2 Snake has, which might throw you off. He kind of has like a like the sort of almost mullet that MGS2 Snake was rocking, but he doesn't have the sideburns, and his jawline isn't as pronounced. So it's kind of like if you can imagine what a snake between MGS 1 and 2 would look like, that would probably be Smash Snake.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, the one thing that
Mhm.
gives credence to him maybe being Naked Snake is that one of his alternate colors is a tiger stripe camo,
Oh right, yeah.
but he's still wearing that MGS2 sneaking suit.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
That's Nintendo for you too. It's like you have these games. Put them on the Switch.
Yeah, put Twin Snakes on the fucking Switch, please.
Yeah, because they didn't do GameCube yet, right?
No, they haven't done GameCube.
So, like their digital library shit that they have going
No.
on,
No.
which is like another stupid thing where it's like we're preserving our history, and it's like, are you really?
Yeah, you're preserving your history really well by making us unable to buy games from the Wii U or 3DS.
Yeah,
That's a really good way of doing it, actually.
yeah. So they could just like take whatever they want out if they wanted to.
No, Nintendo is the fucking worst for preservation. Like, it's not
Yeah.
a secret.
Oh my god! I wish there was like, I mean, there is. I think over somewhere in Europe there actually is a preservation for like games.
There is a video games preservation society or
Okay.
museum, and I believe it is in the U.S. I'm not positive
Oh.
where.
Okay, so I'm definitely wrong. I said Europe. I have no idea.
I
why.
mean, there's might be a similar organization in Europe that probably exists,
it's like,
but I know there is a like a museum dedicated to video games preservationism in the U.S.
yeah, because we have like preservation for like almost all forms of media, and like I don't really hear an emphasis or like hear a lot about like what about video games? That's also another form of media of art.
Especially like Japanese developers, they weren't even preserving their fucking source code for the longest
No.
time. You hear
No, they
all the
weren't.
time about how shitty the Square Enix remasters and ports are, and how the fucking Silent Hill HD collection went because they just threw
didn't
their
save
source code in the trash.
And I can only imagine like like no one said like maybe we should save this.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
maybe
pretty
this
sure
is gonna
someone
be a
did,
big deal
but
one day.
they're like, no, it costs too much money to fucking
Yeah, it costs too
store
much
it.
money to save
Dump
this. Yeah, to save this like 3 GB game on our servers.
God. Yeah, and then not only on top of that, like I enjoy buying physical media versus digital because the whole like fucking fiasco with Metal Gear Solid 2. I was like, from then on, I was like, fuck this, I'm going full physical. And but the other thing is that like, well, the physical media that I have will eventually start to decay
Yeah,
and rot along with the hardware I have. And I was like, all right, no. It's like there's got to be something
I
that
mean,
like we need to like preserve all this shit.
well, and we already have the answer. The answer is emulation. We
Yeah.
like emulation should not be as chaste and outlawed as much as it is, especially when people are dumping their own games and their own BIOS into their computer. Like emulation is the only way to play these games in a long-term sense, because eventually the discs will rot, and eventually the components in your console will rot, and eventually all these games will be taken off of digital storefronts. Like the way to preserve these games is digital, but not through storefronts and not through streaming.
Oh god, fuck the streaming. That's a horrible idea.
No,
It's
like
not everybody has like the same consistent internet speed for
Well,
streaming.
so personally, I kind of like the way Nintendo is doing their streaming. I don't like that they're doing streaming, but I like the way that they're doing it, in that as long as you have, like, I believe what they're doing is like, you're downloading the app that has the games on it, and as long as you have an internet connection when you launch the app, you can play the games. So like
Okay.
you're sort of, it's kind of weird, and like I could see you could spin it in a bad way too, because like you have the games there on your console, but you can't access them without an online connection, as opposed to actually like streaming the games a la PlayStation Now or whatever. But at the same time, like you just have to be able to like verify that you're a Nintendo Switch Online member, and then once you're in, like you're just kind of there. Like I go on like long bus rides to visit my boyfriend who's on the other side of the state, and I mean it's like 6-7 hour bus rides to get over there. And so I just like click on my hotspot on my phone, and then I boot up the Nintendo Switch app, and then I can turn it off, and then I can just play games the whole time.
Well, okay, I was gonna say like, well, that sounds like if you're gonna do it, that'll be the ideal thing to do involving streaming.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do it streaming, do it that way. But then the issue also becomes, especially if you're doing it on like home consoles, is what's the point of having all these downloaded and requiring an internet connection if I'm just gonna have it on a home console that's not moving? Like at that point, just do it Game Pass style, where you just download the game. But it makes sense for the Switch because you're taking it places. It's meant to be portable. You're meant to be taking it around to places where there might not be internet.
Yeah, I was feel like if it's portable, that's like probably the best way to do it.
And like, it kind of becomes a Diablo Immortal, don't you guys have phones situation, but like everyone does have a smartphone, and almost all of those phones have a hotspot that it doesn't cost too much to click it on, open the app, and then click it off, and then you're in.
Yeah, because like I was trying to remember, like I think there's supposed to be some kind of like cloud game that Kojima's involved,
Yeah, so
but they didn't say anything much about it.
as far as I know, Kojima is involved with Microsoft doing a cloud game.
Yeah.
And some supposed leak footage has surfaced.
Yeah, is that the one with like the guy's like shirtless showing his laptop?
No, it's a
Okay.
well, maybe it's not the same game then. I don't. But
Which one you're thinking?
so it's a video that surfaced of, I believe it's Stephanie Houston, and she's like running around in a dark building, like scared, hiding from something, and it's supposed to be like the supposed Hideo Kojima horror game that I don't know if this was the one that he's doing with Microsoft or if it's like an entirely separate thing. This is supposedly Kojima's new game, but like it kind of had a sort of like Until Dawn thing going on where like
Yeah.
it was less of like a thing that you were controlling and more of like a you're choosing sort of what happens. And I could see that working for a cloud format, especially with like services like Netflix putting simpler games on their service. Like I don't know if you saw the somewhat viral tweet that went around, but and I don't know if it's fake. I just saw it and didn't really look further into it, but like it was a tweet from a guy who was on the Roku app and it was literally advertising Super Mario World. Like the video game Super Mario World.
Well, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like that probably I was gonna say that probably is something like Nintendo was like kind of like toying with too.
Yeah, I like.
But I don't know.
I think it's probably fake, but like I could see things like that happening where like I could totally see Nintendo striking a deal with Netflix and putting like the Super Mario movie and the original Super Mario Brothers on Netflix.
Yeah, because they're like you can like watch the movie on your screen and play the game on your phone, kind of in a way.
Yeah, and like Netflix is like some of the Telltale Games video games are on Netflix. Like Minecraft Story Mode is on Netflix now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, I saw it one day and my eyes nearly popped out of my fucking skull. I said, excuse me, is that Minecraft on my Netflix?
I gotta pay attention to like Netflix. Like I have it, and it's like one of those things where it's like I don't really use it.
Yeah,
unless it's something like I want to watch.
I'm not as much a movie watcher anymore. I've been to the theater maybe 4 times in the past 2 years, maybe. Like I don't have Netflix, I don't have Hulu, I don't have HBO Max, I don't have anything. All of my streaming services are like Game Pass, Spotify, stuff like that I'm actually like using. Like, you know, I'm playing games and listening to music. I'm not watching a lot of movies.
I would say like that's not bad. Like, you know, it's more than what I'm doing with mine, where it's I'll go months without like looking at Netflix. I was like, oh shit, I'm paying for this. I should really look. I should really open the app and see what the hell's in here.
Yeah, see, I used to do that. I used to have a Hulu, and I used to have like Crunchyroll and stuff, and it would just happen where months would go by, and I would like open my fucking bank app, and I'd see like, oh, Crunchyroll took out $14.90, and Hulu took out $15 this, and I'm like, why do I still have these? I haven't used this in a month.
Exactly, and it piles up.
Yeah, it happens to the point where there are apps dedicated to telling you, hey, you have this thing still, you should get rid of it. And those have subscription fees. Like it just it compounds over and over. It's okay. There's so many, I don't know, we're so saturated with media, and there are so many ways to access it, and all of them come with a recurring fee. Like it really has come to the point where the goal is to confuse and frustrate the consumer as much as possible, to the point where they just don't care anymore and they just let it happen.
Yeah, and there's like, I feel like every month where it's like there's another streaming service like populating. It's like I didn't know MGM had like their own thing where it's like MGM Plus. I was like, what?
Oh, like Mayor Goldmeier?
Yeah, like the studio. I was like, what? I was like, what is this? Because I noticing like MGM titles were slowly like being taken from like other places, like, you know, like Netflix and stuff.
Damn, I can't believe that Alessia would set up a Metal Gear Monday streaming service just to take advantage of us. What a fucking dick.
I know. I mean, maybe that's the whole plan all along.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what the Patreon was.
It's like he shut the podcast and moved over to streaming.
Yeah, he actually did the opposite of what we're doing. Like, we're knowingly paying, and then he just forgot to upload the show. He'll remember one day, guys. Promise.
Oh my god. I mean, bless that man for coming into my life.
Yeah, bless that man
With
for
his-
coming on my face with his awesome podcast.
Like that, like I caught onto that podcast like on the tail end, where it was like the Revengeance crew, and I think they were just done with like the third game and moving on to like I think Portable Ops, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. When
And-
I
yeah.
caught on,
Mhm.
I caught on right before Revengeance started.
Okay.
So like, I remember I found that podcast and like the very first thing I see is like, we're ending the show, guys, and I was like, oh, well, great, cool.
That's it. Yeah. I said to myself like I was like just my luck. Every time I find something,
Yeah,
it ends.
and then Revengeance happened, and I was like, oh, thank God. Yeah, that was a lot
Oh
of
my
fun for a
God.
while.
Yeah, I mean, it also like got me to finding out about Discord, and I was like, I had no idea what it was. Like, I feel like such like the old guy in the room sometime. Like, what? What are you guys talking about? Like, what is this?
Oh yeah, big group. Well, so I didn't know what Slack was for the longest time.
Oh, that I knew. That I used Slack before, and I was like, it sucked. It was not like what Discord is.
Yeah, I am. From what I gather, Slack is more
Mhm.
geared towards like businesses and offices that are like communicating within each other. Is that right?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So that's why I never learned about it, because I never ever worked in an office environment. So like I never used like Microsoft Teams
Mhm.
or Slack. I literally had
Ugh,
to install
yeah.
Zoom for this very podcast. Like I never had to use it.
I was gonna say you're not the only one. I think you're like maybe been like my fourth guest that like I've never used Zoom before, and I was like, yeah, I know. It's like unfortunately I had to like learn it, especially with like the shutdown.
Yeah.
It's like the only way to communicate with the outside world when it came to my
Yeah.
coworkers and shit.
Yeah, my brother was one of the unlucky ones that was in high school during the pandemic.
Hmm.
And so like a good solid year and a half, 2 years of his high school experience were just at home on Zoom.
Oh my god, that seemed like such. I mean, it's only like 3 years ago, but like that feels like forever ago
Yeah,
in a sense.
it is strange that like that whole
Hmm.
event felt like it lasted forever, and then all of a sudden it feels like it's been 10,000 years since that happened.
Oh shit. And like it fucking coincided with Death Stranding.
Oh,
Like, I think it was
I
November,
cannot
right?
believe
Was Death
Uh,
Stranding November or something like that? Right?
It's
It
notable
led
for me.
to
Death
the
Stranding
shutdown.
came out on my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it came out November 8th, 19 or not. That's my birthday. November 8th,
19.
November 8th, 2019 was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that game came out on my birthday. And I was like, "Oh, sweet, a treat from Kojima." Little did I know that the treat from Kojima was a fucking virus.
I mean, there was rumblings even then, but it's like I remember like that was like my last New Year's like being out and about,
Yeah.
and it was like, and then even then it was like rumblings talking.
Do you remember the first couple months of 2020 where like things were beginning to happen, but like
Mhm.
the lockdown wasn't in effect yet, so it was kind of like the calm before the storm, and like
Mm-hmm.
it was
Yeah.
a very like we didn't know it, but like looking back on it, it was a very eerie like January and February, and then March hits, and all of a sudden shit is just done.
Yeah, it's like the lockdown's commenced, and I was like, "Are we doing the purge?"
Yeah.
And it says like, "What's happening? Like, what? You're telling us to stay home, huh?"
Yeah.
It's like that's fucking odd. And like all I remember is fucking downloading a shit ton of podcast episodes, doing a lot of puzzles with my wife, and we're just like killing our livers with like a crazy amount of booze because you couldn't go anywhere. But guess what? We fucking used DoorDash and Uber Eats and
Yeah.
all that shit, and one of them was Drizzly, and that was strictly for alcohol. And I was
oh
like,
yeah, I use Drizzly.
Yup. I was like, get me the beers, get me the wines. They're like, bring it to my house immediately.
Yeah, I want Total Wine at home.
It was to a point where it's like it fucking feels like I'm in Sideways with all the bottles of wine. It's like, here's the reds, here's the whites. It's like, this tastes oaky. This one tastes like shit. I'm gonna pour it down the drain, thank you. But yeah, I mean,
I imagine that's not a dissimilar story to a lot of people.
No, I mean,
fucking everyone was in their bag that year.
yeah, and then like fucking having, well, we're using Zoom. I'm using Zoom, but like having fucking Zoom parties and shit.
Yeah,
people are still communicating.
yeah. When I first joined the MGM Discord, it was in June of 2020. Because at the time I was still working. I was considered what was it?
Essential.
What were they calling that? Yeah, essential worker. Yeah. And so I was listening to a bunch of podcasts. That's how I found them. Mm-hmm. And when I joined, it was like all of a sudden I was like, oh, I'm socializing now. Like that's what that's like again. Yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we started up like the game club and
oh yeah.
And when me and a couple of the other guys from the Discord started playing Final Fantasy 14. Like I was like, oh wow. It's like I got to have a surprisingly full 2020 between the Discord and still being able to work.
Yeah, I was gonna say same in my boat. Like I was considered essential, so during like the beginning of the shutdown, I was like, I had to go to work, and I was like, oh, but there's like hardly anybody at my job. And it was like me, I think like 6 other people, and it's like, and we're all spaced apart, and we're all masked up. And I was like, well, I have no one to talk to. Let me start listening to podcasts, and like you said, with the Discord, it's like I started communicating with people. And I was like, and I kind of went a little crazy. I was like, I in desperate need of communicating with others other than my wife. I was like, I need people to understand me. It's like my wife doesn't understand Metal Gear. It's like, this is not gonna work. Just like the shutdown, a lot of people got divorced. Because they got stuck with their significant others. They're like, I hate you.
That was one of the divorce industry was one of the many that started booming during the pandemic.
And the fucking crazy thing, it's like, where are you gonna go if you get divorced?
Yeah, where are you gonna go? Like,
it's like,
good luck getting a house during the pandemic in this economy.
Oh yeah, and
good luck, chucklefuck.
Oh, I was gonna say where I'm in New York, it fucking prices started skyrocketing for housing. Like I think like a year after the shutdown, when like things started like, all right, we might be getting back to like not normalcy, but like, all right, we're starting to like let people out.
Something approaching normalcy.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, like if like don't let people back into the real world too quickly, because they might like come back and just go fucking ape shit.
Yeah.
Onto the streets. Like that's the only thing I was thinking about. Like, you know, people might go nuts and fucking go wild out here.
Yeah, people have been cooped up for a minute. Do you remember when I think it was around like late 2020, like people were starting to like get back a little bit again? And there was that one viral video that went around of that woman in the Walmart licking the tops of ice cream. Yeah.
There was so many videos like that. I saw one video of like a guy at a supermarket, and he just like fucking is usually in an area where they have like soups. He just like fucking poured out the label and like slurped soup and put the ladle back in. I was like, fuck you, dude.
Come on, man.
I was like, fuck, man. It's like, and then after that, I was like, I am never fucking buying soup at that deli.
Yeah.
That has a ladle. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Because that asshole.
Like, the instant people were let outside, there's like, I'm just going to let loose all of the intrusive thoughts that I've had all at once.
Oh my God. I remember one video, like, a lady, like, started, like, spitting on all the meat. And then, well, she got arrested because then they had to, like, take all the meat and, like, they couldn't sell it because she was like literally just hawking loogies on like steaks and shit, and they count it all up, and I was like, yeah, now it's starting to like we're getting to close to misdemeanor felony basing on the price here.
Yeah, like all that shit is stuff that you can at the very least like be kicked out of the store for, and at most be arrested for, even before COVID. But just something about the pandemic and COVID, you know. I imagine most of those people were either people
Mhm.
that weren't taking COVID seriously, or people who were just denying it outright.
Oh my god! Like, when the shutdown happened, because I live in a condo. Like my downstairs neighbor, who she doesn't live there anymore, but she was a fucking full-on Trump supporter and crazy loon.
Yeah,
She was like an ultra Karen.
right.
I used to get in fights with her all the time, and it got worse with like the shutdown because we were all stuck.
Oh no, yeah. So you're stuck with her.
Exactly, and so like because I work a lot in the grocery stores. My wife was a nurse, so nobody was ever home.
Mhm.
But when the shutdown happened, like half the time we were home for
Yeah,
a good chunk, and then she would just fucking complain and bitch. So I was like, you know what, fuck this bitch. I'm gonna fucking go ham on her.
yeah.
And I ended up just like anything that she like was all about her, I would do the polar opposite.
Just go opposite day on her ass.
Fuck yeah, man. It was like, and she was a fucking she was like, when I say loon, she's like fucking nut bar. Like, because we had like a community garden, so,
Oh, okay,
you know,
that's kind of cool.
I put like little, like, decorations and shit, and like fucking, something had a rainbow on it, and she went fucking nuts.
Oh Jesus.
And I was like, listen, bitch, this is just a fucking innocent thing. I was like, now you're
It's not-
making it into a big fucking thing. So
There's a rainbow.
So I then ordered a fucking flagpole and a fucking rainbow flag.
Yeah.
And fucking
let's fucking go.
And I was like, guess what? Now you just made it into a fucking thing, bitch.
yeah. Now it's a problem.
I was just like, you are fucking miserable and want to make everybody else miserable. Like, no, I'm not being like that way because I'm stuck here. We're all gonna be fucking happy.
I almost wish, like, obviously it's good that she's gone and that you don't have to deal with her anymore, but I almost
God.
wish that she was still there, so that with all of like the trans panic shit happening now, you could be there to put a trans flag up instead.
Oh my god, there was like, remember with the whole Black Lives Matter movement?
Oh my god.
We had one near us,
Yeah.
and me and my wife, we
Yeah.
decked out ourselves in black, and she was like, "Where are you guys going?" And I literally said, "I was like, bitch, we are going to the fucking Black Lives Matter movement."
Hell yeah.
It's like, I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, you're not my mom.
Yeah.
Well, like, was it to you where I'm going?
Yeah. I'm just your neighbor. Leave me
Get the
alone.
fuck out of here. I was like, you were, and thank God she like fucking left afterwards.
Yeah.
I was like, now we have a nice neighbor who's fucking super nice and normal.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Shout out to normal neighbors.
I know.
You the best.
It's like, when you don't have a normal neighbor, that's when it's like, holy shit. Like, I need some kind of relief, and like, it made me almost miserable to like live where I was, and I was like, nope, I do not like this.
Yeah, no, like, it almost makes me happier that people have become a lot more insular since the pandemic, just
Mhm.
because I don't have to deal with their shit anymore. Like, that's a plus for me. No one talks to each other at the grocery store. No one
Mhm.
is talking to each other at concerts most of the time,
Mhm.
and that's fine. I don't want to learn about you, man. I'm here for me.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, the only thing that sucks, it's like, I mean, when I was a kid growing up, like, I grew up in Brooklyn, so it's like, I had
Yeah.
somewhat of a neighborhood,
Mhm.
but that shit, like, dwindled away when I was, like, little, when I got to, like, 8 years old, like, stuff like my parents and their parents before them, the whole, like, if you're gonna, like, idolize Leave It to Beaverland, and it's like, yeah, everybody knows everyone, and
Yeah.
sometimes that's not a good thing.
No, I don't
Um,
want to know everyone. That's exhausting. Are you kidding me?
I mean, if you go back to the old shows, like those characters were, like, ridiculed. Like, I think for like Bewitched, it was like that nosy neighbor, which is like constantly trying
Yeah.
to find out. It's like, is she a witch? I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out of the window.
It's like, please do not
like-
associate with me. I'm just grabbing my mail.
It's like, go fuck your husband. Like, what the fuck are you going on over here for?
Yeah, please go get laid.
God. Sometimes that's it too. It's like, I think you need to get laid, and it's like, you're
No, and that's
too
true
much shit on
for
me.
that's true for everyone. Like, if you got a crotchety old fuck, if you
Mhm.
got an angry dude as your neighbor, you just gotta go get some pussy, bro. Go catch some dick, please. I beg of you.
Oh my God. And I was saying to bring it back, and that was all another crucial part of Metal Gear.
Yeah, catching dick.
getting laid
Hell yeah.
by any means, even if it's like weird and super kinky and
Yeah.
somewhat erotic, like the whole Vamp and what's her
Oh,
name?
Vamping Fortune.
Well, there's Vamp
Or-
and Fortune, and then 4 was like Vamp and
Oh,
Naomi Hunter.
yeah, Naomi.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
then
they
she,
they
like,
had a weird thing going
that was
on.
weird. It's like you're like, all right, you went bang Hal, and now you're getting banged by like this ultra nano machine. I
Yeah,
want to say like fuck machine
yeah.
because he was
Like,
super horny.
that was Kojima inserting his cuck fetish onto Hal.
Oh my god! I mean, talk about making Hal cry all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I can only imagine, like, yeah, she's fucking the vampire now.
Yeah, he's crying from his eyes and he's making his dick cry.
And I can only imagine, like, David's like, shut the fuck up and get on this dick.
It's like,
I
please.
told you she was no good.
Otacon, please. I'm fucking dying. And Hal's like, Naomi.
Oh my god, I can only imagine the fucking fan fiction out there.
Oh, there is millions of it.
I haven't like looked at it because I'm afraid what
The-
what I would read.
The amount of gay Metal Gear fan fiction that is out there rivals that of like the Library of Alexandria.
Oh my god.
Like
And
there's
that's-
so much.
And I was just saying, that's another thing I take like a huge stance on. It's like I always find the fucking community people where it's like Metal Gear's not gay, blah blah blah. I'm like, Metal Gear's everything you want it to be. We're just fucking everyone left and right.
Metal Gear is like one of the gayest video games to
I
ever
know. It's like, come on. It's like, just fucking go back on the series and look at the fucking at the signs.
be. Yeah, like date with cause. Hello. Like
It's like I'm pretty sure in 2, I'm just staring at Snake's ass the entire time.
yeah. In Metal Gear Solid 2, you literally play as a cartwheeling naked twink. Look.
Oh yeah, I used to fucking make him cartwheel so hard. I was like, I'm gonna see what the fuck is going behind it. Because you know what? Like, okay, it can't be that big because like, obviously he's hairless, but
Yeah.
his hands are not that big. So,
Honestly,
unless he's a grower.
that's
and not a
body
shower.
goals. I'm
And
trying
then-
to look like Raiden.
Raiden.
Raiden, take your hands off your dick.
I kind of wish there was a Kodakell of that. Because I'm pretty sure, like, dude, you're gonna have to like take off that dick, take your hands off your dick to get dressed in front of Snake. And I love
Yeah.
how you make him get. I think he does make him get dressed in front of him.
You know, he
near
does
him.
literally dress in front of him.
He's like, "Go on, wear the clothes."
He's like, put this on for me. And it's like a cute little cat outfit.
Oh yeah.
He's like, Snake, this isn't my clothes. And Snake's like, it is now.
Go
And then
meow meow.
And then they kiss and then they fuck and it's so cool.
Here, Raiden, is a saucer of cream. Wait a minute.
It's so solid. He's like, that's my snake. Or whatever they say in that game. I haven't played it. I've never
Oh
played
my-
any of these games.
Oh. I think that's like pretty much. Like I ran out of things
Yeah,
to talk
I
about.
think
don't know
that's a
about- I
good
don't know
note
about
to-
you.
I think that's a good note to end on. We've been
This-
going for about 2 hours.
We have. Oh my god. You're right.
How the time flies when you're trying to get in Big Boss's pants. It's a
It feels like
time-consuming
forever.
task.
It feels
He's,
like
he's a
forever.
hard man to crack.
Sometimes it feels like forever, but you know when it's done, it feels like wow, that was it. That was quick. All right, let's go again.
Snake's actually just like a one pump chump.
Whose superpowers is to fucking look past the clothes and see an underage girl's underwear.
No, that is not the goal. I assure you.
I
That's
thought that was a
Kojima's goal.
superpower
Yeah,
from
that's,
his fucking radiation bombardment
Yeah.
of his body.
yeah. He's using the solid eye to look into little girls' panties. Now we have to cancel Snake. Are you happy? Are you happy, Johnny? Now I can't play these games anymore.
I mean, you could. You just like do it on hush, like on the QT,
I have
on the
to.
down low.
I have to act like a 13-year-old looking at porn and like turn the TV off when that scene happens.
Dude, that scene went on when my wife was in the room and she was like, "Why are you looking at this girl?"
No.
And I was like, "No, I'm not looking at this girl. Like, Big Boss is looking at this girl."
Yeah.
It's like I'm just a player.
Yeah. I'm not willingly associating myself in any of this. Wink, wink. Yes.
And then I immediately proceeded like, "Well, she's not underage. She's pretending to be underage."
I mean, like, if you're playing for the first time, you don't know it. Like,
No, you don't.
you can't assign reasonable blame. But like, after you know, then like,
Mhm.
you know better afterwards.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, like, I want to thank you, Alex, for coming on,
Yeah, thank you for having me.
and thank you
It
for
was a good
sharing
time.
your story.
Yeah. My story was mostly about cum and fucking. So if that was
I
what you
mean-
were wanting to hear, oh boy, you got it.
I'm gonna make that the title of the episode.
Cum and fuck.
Yeah.
That sucks.
You think that'll
Yeah.
mess up with something going into the Discord?
I
Nah,
think
it shouldn't.
I think Fredo will ban you for that.
Oh shit. We'll see. That'll be kind of funny
That'd
if
be
it
funny.
happens.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. This was a good time. Good
Yeah, no
chat.
problem. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.